Here's my little helper.
Welcome to Mocha Homestead.
Welcome back to Mocha Homestead. On today's video, we are going to be up-potting some of my plants because if you can see, okay, maybe you can't see. Let me come around and show you. These pots have outgrown their area. They're starting to yellow. I think I may need to fertilize them. But these plants are getting way too big. My tomatoes are getting crushed and I just need to up pot some of these things. So we are going to do that in today's video. Here are the plants that were under the grow lights. If you can see, they're doing very well. They just need to be, some of them need to be up potted into some better, this yarrow especially, because it's kind of overcrowding. There's several in each one of these little cells, and so I'm going to up pot this one definitely, and then we'll see how much we can get to. I also need to up pot these tomatoes as well as all of the tomatoes right here. So let's get started. Guys, what I've done off camera is I have gone ahead and filled up these red solo cups. I am going to put holes in the middle and transplant the tomatoes. We may not get to everything tonight because it's kind of late and I have to go to work tomorrow. So I'm going to do as many of the tomatoes as I can tonight and we will finish up tomorrow. So let me show you what I'm doing. I am going to put a pretty large size hole in the soil, and this is the same soil mix that I use to start my seedlings. It's just peat moss and perlite. So I'm going to put some pretty big holes in the middle of these cups, and I'm going to make the hole pretty deep because you want to plant your tomatoes pretty deep so that they can have a nice root system. Tomatoes can grow roots all along the stem. If you look at your tomato plants and you see the little hairy pieces, that is where roots can grow all along the stem. So I'm going to make these pretty deep. And then this is my large cherry tomato. And what I'm going to do is take this out, put the tag there so I know what it is. And if you can see, this tomato has a lot of roots. So I'm going to take this over to the side and shake it out and bring back the individual plants. So I'm going to take this root and I am going to make sure that the root is pushed down deep into the soil. I'm going to take off all the leaves that would touch the soil because I don't want any of the leaves being wet. And so we're going to push this down as far as we can get it. And then we're just going to fill the soil back in. And there you have it. And I will bottom water this. I'm going to do another one. Let me shake off some of this excess soil from the root to make it easier to transplant. We're going to push the root. Let's see how far we got it. Yeah. Push that down, making sure all of the root is going into the soil. We're going to take off any of the lower leaves that would touch the soil. We're going to go down as deep as we can. And then we just backfill with the soil. I'm going to do this for the rest of these, and then I will come back and show you what we have. Okay, so I have gotten all of these. I've gotten the tomatoes done, and I have put soil in all of these and labeled them. And so I am just going to fill them with seeds and then put a little bit of soil over the ones that need soil over top. And then the ones that need light to germinate, I will not place anything on them. So let's get started. So this is Tulsi basil. I am going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3 containers of this. I'm hoping to get about 6 to 8 plants. I hear that Tulsi basil is really good for tea. It's a medicinal herb that's used generally in teas, and I'm looking forward to trying it. So we're going to see. I'm just sprinkling a little bit on top. It says surface sow. So I'm just putting a couple of seeds and then pressing into the soil for this one. A lot of the times, you can tell by the size of the seed if it just needs surface sow. You just need to, it's teeny tiny generally, but some things need light to germinate and some things don't. So you want to do your research. I have a ton of Tulsi basil seeds because I wanted to try this out this year and see what it tastes like. All right, so we are done with that. I have already sown off camera the sweet Italian basil, the lime basil, the lemon basil, and the cinnamon basil. So next I'm going to do roselle. I'm going to do 3 of these per pot, and then I'm going to separate them later because they get really big. I'm going to separate them. Last year I grew them in grow bags and they did really well. And so I'm going to try that again this year. And so I am just sitting these on the soil, and then I'm going to come back and cover these with some soil to make it easier so that I can see what all I've put seeds on. This one is goji berry. This one says 1/4 of an inch deep. So I'm going to put it on there and just put a little bit of soil over the top. Oh wow, these are teeny tiny seeds. And I'm going to do 4 in this one. It says it's a perennial plant. So maybe I'll put this in my perennial garden. Where's my little tool? I need to move these around so that they have enough space when they start to germinate in this pot, so that I have a little bit of time to before I have to up pot those. Okay, so then I've already done lemongrass. I think I missed a lemongrass.
Mom,
Yes, ma'am.
will you help me with the hula costume?
Or maybe I didn't. Let's see. I think I missed one, so we're going to put some more seeds in. I don't remember seeing that one. Here's my little helper today, Miss Olivia, the hula girl. You going to say hi?
I'm aloha.
Aloha. Is that how you say hi in Hawaiian? Okay. Okay, so now that I have gotten everything covered, what I'm going to do is I bought this misting water bottle off of Amazon, and I will see if I can find it. I actually use it as dual purpose. I use it for my daughter's hair, just water in it, and I also use it to mist my seedlings when I start them, especially the ones that just need surface sow. I am wetting those substantially more because I'm going to water from the bottom for the rest as well. So I am going to wet these up, and then I am going to put some water in the bottom so that it can start to saturate the soil and get these seeds to germinating. So I got all of these peppers up potted. I got these new plants planted. Those are tomatoes. I got those tomatoes up potted. I up potted this eggplant right here, and this is an artichoke. So that's everything I got done today. And here are my calendula. And then I have a bunch of, let's see if you can get a better view. I have a bunch of pepper plants there that are growing. Maybe this is a better view. All of my pepper plants. They're all growing and getting bigger. And I have all of this. Let's see. This is calendula and marigolds and amaranth. And let me turn the light on. These are all of this is actually an eggplant that I planted. And this is an eggplant as well. But this is amaranth. There's some carpets of white, I think is what it's called. I have some amaranth, I have some calendula, I have some marigolds, and I have some yarrow that I have planted that really needs to be transplanted outside. So thank you guys for sticking along with me while I up-potted those plants, and I showed you some of the progress of the things that I have actually planted for this gardening season. If you like this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye.